Guffers, welcome in. I am James Reiner with Grown Up Fantasy Football, also known as GUFF. Today I'm ranking my top 20 wide receivers for Week 15. This is semifinals in most leagues, so listen in. I'm going to tell you what wide receiver I think gives you the best chance to win Week 15 and make it to your championships. We're available anywhere you like to listen to your podcast. Of course, we're on YouTube. Give us a follow on Twitter if you want some more fantasy football advice. Please consider giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing. Without further ado, let's get into it. To start off, I'd like to have some honorable mentions here. Julio Jones, monitor his status. He's playing Tampa Bay. If he's a go, you got to play him. His ceiling's just too high, and he's too good of a player to leave on your bench. He would easily slide into my top 5, so monitor his status. T.Y. Hilton, he plays Houston this week. He had a big week last week. No reason to not think he won't continue that success. I play him again against a poor Texans defense. And then Chase Claypool and Juju Smith-Schuster playing Cincinnati. Big Ben, the Steelers have not been playing as well lately. They've lost 2 in a row, but this is too good a matchup to ignore. Especially Claypool, I think he could have a big play at any moment on the field. I think he's too good. I try to get these guys in your lineup. Now, top 20. To start off, I have Brandon Aiyuk versus Dallas. Deebo Samuels is out. Aiyuk has been pretty good this year. Had some big games. Dallas gives up a ton of points to wide receivers, and I think you need to find a way to get him in your lineup. Number 19, Adam Thielen versus Chicago. He catches a lot of touchdowns. Jefferson's stealing the show. He's the flashy, talented wide receiver there in Minnesota, but still, Thielen's getting it done, catching a ton of touchdowns from Cousins. I think he's a must-play. Number 18, I have Robert Woods versus the New York Jets. I really do expect this to be a kind of a domination game from the Rams with using the run and the defense. But, it's a good matchup. Robert Woods is a good player. He gets a good amount of targets. He should still be in your lineup. Number 17, I have Michael Thomas versus Kansas City. It's hard without Breeze. You're not getting the huge games you did last year, but Taysom Hill has shown he is competent. Michael Thomas could have a big game any week. He's still one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Got to continue to play him. Number 16, Amari Cooper versus San Francisco. It's not sexy, but Cooper needs to be in your lineup. He's one of the best wide receivers in the league. He's had a pretty good year. Even with Dak out, he's still getting fantasy points. I think he still continued success against San Fran. Number 15, I have Terry McLaurin. He's playing Seattle. This is just too good a matchup. I know Alex Smith isn't really a throw it down the field type of quarterback. But they're going to score to keep up with Seattle, and I think Terry McLaurin is one of those guys who scores this week. Number 14, I have Tyler Lockett against Washington football team. Washington's defense has been great these past 2 weeks. So I think the only way Seattle beats them is with big plays from their wideouts, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. I could definitely see Tyler Lockett breaking one any second. I think Washington's weak point is their secondary, and if you got to beat them, you got to do it that way. And Russell Wilson's a good quarterback. I think these wide receivers can get done. Number 13, I have Cooper Kupp versus the Jets. Much of the same reasons I said for Woods. I just think Kupp is a little bit more reliable of a target. He seems to be a little more consistent week in, week out. So I have him a little ranked higher than Robert Woods. Number 12, I got Stefon Diggs versus Denver. I expect the Bills to dominate this game and not need to throw that much, but Diggs is just so talented, and he played great last week. You got to throw him out there. He's one of the best players on this team. They use him in their offense. You can't go into the semifinals without Stefon Diggs in your lineup. Number 11, I got Allen Robinson versus Minnesota. This is a poor pass defense. Robinson always gets targets. He would be a top 3 wide receiver on any other good team with a good quarterback. Got to keep playing him. Too many targets to pass up. Number 10, I got Justin Jefferson versus Chicago. He was on a 4-game hot streak. He was just killing it. It kind of slowed down this past week with 7 points, but he's just too good. He could score at any given play. I think he's a must-start. One of the surprise waiver wire ads this year. roll them out. It's the semifinals. Number 9, I got Keenan Allen versus Las Vegas. He's been great this year with Herbert. He's been getting a ton of targets. You got to keep playing him. He's one of the best wide receivers in the league. Herbert has been great this year. He's been slowing down these past couple games for some reason. But I don't think Las Vegas is a very good defense, so I think you can play your Chargers confidently this week. Number 8, Chris Godwin versus Atlanta. Atlanta has been giving up so many points to the wide receivers. They've given up the second most on the year. Chris Godwin's still one of the best wide receivers. Tom Brady's a good quarterback. The Bucs have a great passing offense. I don't see how they don't get it done this week. So you got to throw Chris Godwin out there. Number 7, I got Tyreek Hill versus New Orleans. Tyreek can always score a touchdown. Must play every week. You never know when he's going to have the 50-point week, so must play. Number 6, I got Mike Evans versus Atlanta. Much of the same reasons. I have Godwin ranked so high. I have Mike Evans ranked high. I just have Evans ranked higher because he seems to be the guy Tom Brady likes to target in the end zone. So I think he's super valuable, super high ceiling this week. Must play. Number 5, DK Metcalf versus Washington. He's a top target on the team, and for the same reasons I said start Tyler Lockett, you got to start DK Metcalf. He's shown he's a great player, and I just think DK gets more opportunity than Tyler Lockett does, which is why I have him ranked so much higher. Number 4, I have DeAndre Hopkins versus Philly. He has been extremely consistent this year. You have to play him no matter the matchup. He's not going to let you down. Unless you had a super team, I don't see how else he could not be in anyone's lineup. So must go with DeAndre Hopkins at number 4. Number 3, I have A.J. Brown versus Detroit. He has a great matchup, and he's a great player. Only thing that slightly worries me about A.J. Brown is that Derrick Henry could just take over the game, not leave much to eat for any of these wide receivers or the quarterback. So that's the only concern, but it's just too good a matchup. A.J. Brown could have a monster game. He's a must-start. Number 2, I have Calvin Ridley versus Tampa Bay. I think this game's going to be a shootout. I know Tampa Bay is supposed to be a good defense, but I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game, especially if Julio's out. That makes Ridley the top target. I don't know if that helps or hurts, but I project him to have a big game and probably a semifinal winner this week. Probably one of the bigger scores, one of the most points this week. Number 1, I have Davante Adams versus Carolina. How could it be anyone else? He is by far the most consistent wide receiver this year. One of the most consistent seasons I've ever seen from a fantasy wide receiver. He hasn't scored less than 20 points. I can't even remember the last time. Him and Rodgers have been on fire. Keep throwing him out there. Keep playing him. He is by far the best wide receiver in fantasy this season. Keep playing him. He'll bring you to your championship. That's going to do it for today's video. Let us know down in the comments section how you would rank the wide receivers for Week 15. If you agree with my rankings, if you disagree, let me know. If there's a player on here that I didn't cover that you'd like to know about, ask me about it in the comments section. I'd be happy to help you with. And if you have any other lineup questions, Guff can always help you guys out. We're available down below in the comments section or on Twitter. Give us a follow. And remember, go subscribe, grow up, and get guffed.